I have a bone to pick with Kevin Feige and Ryan Coogler. You take my kingdom of Wakanda and you turn it into a ghetto. You take the patriarchal order of Wakanda and turn it into a matriarchal order filled with bastards and completely screwed up my kingdom. You completely fucked up my kingdom. You destroy my royal seed and send him to Haiti to be raised by a single mother. You take all of your dysfunction from the black community and you project it onto Wakanda. You ruin my kingdom with all of this foolishness in your Marvel Cinematic Universe. I told you, Kevin Feige, you should not have made this movie. Fuck you, Kevin Feige. Fuck you, Ryan Coogler. Fuck you.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, Isis Legacy. Sorority secrets of the goddess next door are revealed in this all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis Legacy in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. In the previous video, I stated that your Ryan Coogler turned Wakanda into a ghetto in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And the reason why I say that he turned Wakanda into a ghetto is because he transposed black culture onto the fictional kingdom of Wakanda and went out here and presented black dysfunction as a norm, as a part of the Wakandan kingdom. Now, in the comics, your Wakanda is a patriarchal African country which is run by King T'Challa, who got his throne from the previous king, King T'Chaka, who died when he went out here and was confronted by Ulysses Claw, who wanted to get the vibranium from Wakanda. That was the story in the comics. However, your Ryan Coogler didn't want to go out here and follow that story. No, what he did was go out here and project black dysfunction onto the royal family of Wakanda. And we saw that black dysfunction that he went out here and projected onto the kingdom of Wakanda start out with the villain known as Eric Killmonger. Now, your Eric Killmonger is a commentary on foundational black Americans, and it is an expression of contempt towards foundational black American men. Because what your Eric Killmonger is supposed to represent is what your white racists want to see when they believe a black man goes out here and gets power. Now, your Killmonger in the Black Panther movie is supposed to be an illegitimate son of King T'Chaka, and he's supposed to be was murdered. Watch his father get murdered right in front of him. Now, I found that to be interesting because they're going to go out here and make it where the King T'Chaka kills the man who was Eric Killmonger's father right in front of him. And you're basically taking your King T'Chaka and putting him in the same place as either those African chieftains who sold black people as slaves, or in the same place as a slave master who went out here and murdered a slave if that slave was insubordinate. So your Killmonger is left in America all by himself, and as he's left in America all by himself, possibly being raised by a single mother, your Killmonger grows up to become just like a modern-day African-American man. Even though he's gotten a brilliant mind and has gone to all of these different schools, he just has a whole mindset with a thirst for violence, and that's where we see the undertones of racism as related to the Killmonger character and how it's a representation of black American men. And the whole commentary that they want to make with the Killmonger character is that a heterosexual black man, if he were to find out about his heritage, and he would go and try to take his kingdom, and once he got that power, he would not have the character to lead because he would be a beta male, and this beta male would be out here looking to destroy the world around him in his quest to get power. That is an old white racist fear as related to black American heterosexual men, that if they go out here and they find out who they are and they get power, they're going to be out here looking to destroy the world around them and wage war. So that was one of the foundations of the royal dysfunction as related to the whole Black Panther franchise, and that dysfunction continues on in your Black Panther Wakanda Forever, because in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, after going out here and killing two generations of the royal family of Wakanda. We get the royal family of Wakanda go from a patriarchy like it was in Captain America Civil War, a fully functioning patriarchal empire, to heading down the road to becoming a matriarchal empire in Black Panther, and then finally becoming cemented as a matriarchal empire in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And over the course of these two movies and Captain America Civil War, we watch as the patriarchal royal family of Wakanda is turned into a dysfunctional state like the modern day black community. Now, as we go from the death of King T'Chaka in Captain America Civil War to the death of Killmonger in Black Panther, and we go to Wakanda Forever, we see the last institution of the patriarchal order of the royal family of Wakanda come to an end. And that comes to an end in an abrupt fashion because they decide that the world's most technologically advanced society cannot seem to find a way to cure your T'Challa, who has become ill as a result of a mysterious illness. Now, what they do is say that, oh, sure, he can't find a cure for this because the heart-shaped herb was destroyed in the first Black Panther movie in a very shallow attempt to make it organic. But what they do is show how there's a major plot hole because, again, you would think that a king would have reserves in another place and not just have everything put in one box. So this whole story point is, again, not all about building a sequel. It's about showing how a patriarchal order gets turned into a matriarchy, because once all the male leaders die, that's when the whole kingdom of Wakanda becomes just as dysfunctional as the modern day black community, because instead of there being male leaders, we go out here and have the entire kingdom of Wakanda led by females. And as the kingdom of Wakanda is led by females, it is led on a road to a serious state of decline that happens over the course of Wakanda Forever. Because without the men to go out here and lead the women of Wakanda go out here and make a series of bad decisions that put the entire kingdom of Wakanda in a very dangerous and perilous place, just like the modern day black woman has made a lot of decisions that have led to the modern day black community winding up in a perilous place. And this royal order of Wakanda basically gets undermined by the women of Wakanda, who are trying to go out here and try to protect it from someone like a Namor, but are not in a place where they know how to lead long term and do not have the vision to go out here and know how to defend themselves. And this is what leads to the kingdom of Wakanda falling into a state of disarray. Now, as I was watching this movie again, I'm watching as a patriarchal kingdom gets turned into a matriarchy, and this matriarchy, which is run by the women, go out here and make a series of bad decisions. And one of the worst decisions I've seen is the one by your Nakia. Now, your Nakia, who was supposed to be T'Challa's girlfriend in the first Black Panther, she doesn't go out here and actively look to go out here and protect an heir. No, what she does is put her heir in danger. And that's what the modern day black woman does by going out here and subscribing to feminism, and then going out here and being a part of the welfare state. And that's what your Nakia basically did to her son. She went out here and destroyed T'Challa's legacy by going out here and hiding his son from him. And then as she hid his son from him, she went out here and sent him not to go to Wakanda to learn about his royal heritage. What she does is take him to Haiti, one of the poorest countries in the world, a country which is basically run not by the leaders that were elected, because the previous president of Haiti was assassinated, and is now being run by a lot of the criminals in Haiti. So your Nakia basically puts your T'Challa's son in a place of jeopardy. And even worse, she goes out here and puts him in a place where he's not going to learn good values to be a king like your T'Challa learned. No, she put him on the same road of dysfunction that Killmonger was on. And in that environment, your they call him Toussaint T'Challa. He's on his road to becoming a beta male, and that beta male will not be able to be fit to lead, to even go out here to challenge someone like M'Baku, who comes from a home with a father, because your M'Baku is in a place where he's learned how to lead and he knows how to be 7 steps ahead. But inside of that royal dysfunction, your Toussaint T'Challa has learned how to become dysfunctional from minute 1. And again, if you're a part of a royal family, you're going to want to look out for your heirs, you're going to want to look out for your family, and you're going to make sure that you are in a marriage with a wife so that your children can be legitimate and not a bastard like a Toussaint T'Challa, who we want to say is the king, but is not a legitimate king because your T'Challa did not go out here and marry your Nakia. And that really again shows how your Ryan Coogler wanted to transpose royal dysfunction onto the kingdom of Wakanda, and how he basically turned the kingdom of Wakanda into a ghetto. So because we have your T'Challa, he's not out here thinking about his royal position as a prince or a royal position as a king, because a royal king always thinks about protecting his seed, because he doesn't want to go out here and have his seed tarnished by bastards, because a bastard is a child that is not legitimate to inherit anything, and the only type of child they want to have is a legitimate child who comes from another royal bloodline. Because if you look at the royal family as related to the kingdom of England and the crown, every member of the family who is a legitimate heir, they are legitimate heirs because the family makes sure that the firstborn son, like a William, goes out here and marries somebody who can produce legitimate heirs, and those legitimate heirs can be the ones that can ascend to the throne and make sure that that family legacy meets a standard. But your Ryan Coogler goes out here and he transposes black dysfunction onto the fictional kingdom of Wakanda, and in Wakanda Forever basically takes the patriarchal kingdom of Wakanda and turns it into a dysfunctional matriarchy, because once your King T'Challa passes away, he wows out here and pisses away the entire kingdom of Wakanda by making it where the heir at the end of Wakanda Forever is a bastard who is out here illegitimate and being raised dysfunctionally by a single mother. So instead of there being a king who is raised in a patriarchal fashion and learning about the essential male life skills and male survival skills that he will need to be able to lead the kingdom, and learning about how to have a vision as a king, and learning about his own culture, we have an illegitimate bastard just like Killmonger out here living in a ghetto, and living in a worse ghetto than America. And we're told that this is done in order to go out here and make sure that he doesn't get harmed by the culture of Wakanda. Well, I can see from Killmonger and the dysfunctional way he was raised in South Central LA, and the way that this boy is going to be raised in impoverished Haiti, that this boy is learning how to be dysfunctional in matriarchal environments. And this is where your Ryan Coogler goes out here and brings royal dysfunction to the royal kingdom of Wakanda, because he's gone out here and turned the royal kingdom of Wakanda into a straight ghetto, because that's the road that the kingdom will be on due to matriarchal leadership. We've seen the entire family that T'Challa had be basically erased in 2.5 movies, and we are starting to see the rise of another matriarchal male, just like Killmonger, who again what they presented in the first Black Panther movie to be a violent and out of control individual because he has not learned the male life skills of discipline and self-control. Yes, your Killmonger was a very smart and tactical man, but he lacked the discipline and self-control in order to go out here and maintain a kingdom. No, he acted on his feelings, looking to go out here and invade all of these countries, not looking to go out here and maintain his own kingdom and build the trust with the people after inheriting the throne of Wakanda. And this is why he was overthrown very easily by your T'Challa with the help of matriarchal leaders, because he was a matriarchal man who acted on emotion instead of thinking critically and thinking strategically. And again, this is an irony because he was supposed to be this great tactician, but when he first got power, he didn't use it responsibly. And again, showing me how your matriarchal leaders grow up in dysfunction. And that's what we have now with the new upcoming Black Panther, the Toussaint T'Challa, who has basically gone from being a Black Panther like his grandfather and his father, and is now on the road to becoming a big pussy like the mother who raised him. And sadly, he's out here thinking that he's going to be a man, and some people are thinking that, oh, he'll be aged up in the quantum realm. But any Black Panther who comes out of that matriarchal bloodline will not be a man, but he will be a man in crisis. Now, if you want to pick up some of my books featuring positive images of Black men and Black women, like the ISIS series, the E-Steam series, the John Haynes series, and the books of the Spinsterella trilogy, and novels like The Thetas, A Recipe for Success, and Eternal Night, you can find all those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them on other online booksellers like Smashwords, the Apple Bookstore, Barnes & Noble, Google Play, and even Walmart. And if you want to see me make more videos about comics, science fiction, and fantasy, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback, John Haynes at Death's Door. The man who rules the world takes on the Greek god of death in this action-packed John Haynes series adventure. Pick up your copy of John Haynes at Death's Door at Amazon.com and other online booksellers everywhere. Now available in paperback and e-readers, E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a wicked werewolf in this action-packed all-new E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman in paperback and e-readers today.